You are about to experience a glow up year. Everything that you've ever wanted, contentment, peace, growth, it is about to happen for you. I know it. And if you are feeling this shift during this season of change and it's scaring you, I want you to know two things. One, that it is normal to feel this way. And two, everything that you've ever wanted in this life, everything that you want is on the other side of fear. You just have to get there. When we talk about glow ups here on social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, we're pretty vain with it. We are pretty vain. We talk about makeup, hair, skincare, losing weight, all those things. Although I love a good external glow up conversation because I'm all for the beauty treatments. I'm a girly girl, okay? I'm a girl's girl. However, a true glow up starts from within. It starts with nourishing your mind, your body, your spirit. To have an external glow up, you have to start with an internal glow up. And I feel like this year I've gotten a really good grasp on what has helped me show up as my best self day after day. And it's really honestly started up here. So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some tips that I've learned along the way throughout my life, as always. But first, my name is Janet.ndomahina. Hello, if you're new here. I make feel-good content centered around being and feeling your best, and I hope you stick around. Welcome to my glow up guide. Let's get into this video. It is not normal to live in a constant state of chaos. And although we cannot always control the circumstances surrounding us when it comes to the workplace and within our family and friend groups, you can choose to set boundaries and separate yourself from situations that aren't serving you in that moment. Because it is time for you to prioritize peace. You cannot glow and grow without prioritizing peace. I know that we can't always control the chaos that surrounds us at work. However, you can control what happens when you shut your laptop at 5, 6 p.m. and or when you are walking out the building after a long work day. Everything that happens after those moments matter because it's time for you to start putting your mind first at the end of the workday. You shouldn't be taking work calls after hours, okay? You shouldn't be arguing with coworkers in a group chat after hours. You should leave all of that at work. You know, one thing I really wish I followed in my early 20s was shutting the door, shutting my mind from work after 5. That's when it needed to end because it caused me so much stress, so much anxiety once I got home, and I really wasn't able to pour into myself, taking calls after work while I'm at the gym, supposed to be in Pilates, dealing with crises at 6 p.m. on a Thursday. No, set those boundaries right now, okay? People might be angry once you start setting these boundaries, okay? But let's just say this, a hit dog will holler, and the only people who are angry about the boundaries that you set are the ones that you are setting those boundaries for, okay? And it's because it's affecting them the most. But guess what? Your peace is priceless, and you need to start pouring into yourself outside of the workplace. Corporate girlies, my 9-to-5 girlies, my teachers, my cheer coaches. It's for girlies who work for themselves as well. You need to have a cutoff time where you can pour back into yourself so you can properly pour into everybody else outside of work, okay? We're not living in a constant state of chaos anymore. We're shutting it down, okay, at 4:30, 5 p.m., whatever it is. We're pouring into ourselves. We're not taking calls during our Pilates class or after our Pilates class. You know, I'm kind of triggered because this happened to me when I was a cheer coach. I was at Pilates. I had such a great class, and then I got a call from someone and it had to do with work, and I thought about not answering it, but then I felt bad, and then I took the call, and it just ruined my whole evening. Don't do that, okay? Do not do that. Go to your workout class, go on your walk after work, go home, watch a little TV, make yourself a nice healthy dinner, hydrate yourself, okay? Sit out in the sun, do whatever you need to do to pour back into yourself. But we're not having a chaotic day at work and then going home and having even more chaos bleed into our home life. That's not what's gonna happen here anymore, okay? No more of that. You need to build a new routine outside of your comfort zone because a lot of times you are not stuck, you are stagnant. Sometimes it's hard for our lives to not feel stagnant because sometimes it feels like we are living the same day every single day. We go to work, we do what we have to do at work, we eat almost the same lunch, etc., etc. But once you start building new routines, you're going to start feeling a lot more excited about your life. And it's important that you restructure these routines every couple of months, every couple of weeks, whatever you need. However many times you need to restructure it, you need to restructure it. That's how a lot of us become very stagnant in our health journeys because we don't switch it up. We keep it the same, then we get bored, then we fall off, then we're not healthy anymore, then we're back at square one trying to become healthy again. The thing is, sometimes the spark dies and you have to put in a little bit of effort to make things spicy again, right? But if you're not putting in the effort to make a change, the spark will be dead forever. This time last year, the gym was my op, okay? I hated the gym. I did not like going to the gym. I felt so stagnant in my workout routine. And I realized very quickly that I needed to make a change. So I left the gym that I was going to, True Fusion, at the time. I tried Pilates, didn't like it. Was weightlifting, it was okay. Okay, but guess what? I kept trying. I got on ClassPass. I started testing different gyms. And now a year later, I am now a Pilates girly. But I say all this to say, I took the initiative to build new routines, to get myself back into a place where I was excited about my workouts, where I was excited about eating healthier, where I was excited about my health again. Sometimes you need a switch up. Sometimes you need to be intentional with switching it up. If you're going through life feeling like every day feels the same, every day feels like the same day, maybe it's time for you to switch up your routine, try a different sport, maybe try tennis or pickleball, maybe try going on a long walk listening to your favorite podcast, maybe try 12-3-30 at the gym instead of weight training. Switch it up. Building new routines will ignite new sparks in your life and excitement in your life, okay? You just have to be intentional. How you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. If you find yourself constantly seeking validation from friends and family, it can lead to you becoming very desperate and dependent on their acceptance of you. And a lot of times people can pick up on that desperation and use that to their advantage. And it is a snowball effect that can really affect you over time. You need to decenterize these people in your life and centerize. You need to decenter these people in your life and start to center yourself. Make yourself the main focus. Like say you're going on a health and fitness journey. A lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. They do it so they can spite other people or show others that you can actually lose the weight, or they do it so they can seek that validation to get compliments, all that stuff. You should be going on this journey for you. So you're able to show up better for your children and have more energy to hang out with them, so you can show up better for your future children. Whenever you go on these self-development journeys and the focus is on how others are going to view you after you glow up, it never lasts, because we all want to glow up, but it has to last for it to be worth it, right? And this internal glow up that happens doesn't go away overnight if it happens in the right way. You have to love yourself more than your need for others to love you. You have to love yourself more. So every single time you walk into a room this year, I need you to walk in with confidence. Head up, shoulders back, making eye contact, phone in your purse or in your pocket. Do not walk into a room with your eyes on your phone. I need you to be scanning the room, introducing yourself. It builds confidence. We have become way too comfortable with walking into a room with our eyes down. It just shows that we are just so uncomfortable in ourselves, within ourselves. It's just not a vibe. Stop shrinking yourself and hold yourself to a high regard, because you are that girl or that guy or that person, okay? You are an it girl. So act like it. Every single time you walk into a room, I want you to think about that. Think about how you are walking in. Walk in with confidence. Head up, eye contact, shoulders back. I'm working on my shoulders being back, honestly, because I'll be talking like this, but that's just because the camera is like right here. And I like really want you guys to get the point. But like, yeah, shoulders back, okay? Head up and walk in with confidence, because this is the year of confidence. You cannot glow up without building that confidence overall. You need to start understanding why your body does what it does when it does it, okay? Especially for us as women. I love being a woman, but we are so complex. We are complex beings. We have so much going on within our bodies, and it's so important for you to track your cycles and understand what happens through each phase of your cycle. Now, I will preface this by saying, you are someone who deals with irregular cycles, irregular periods, maybe hormonal imbalances. I can understand how frustrating it can be. I can't even imagine not knowing when I'm gonna receive my next period, whether I'm ovulating or not. Like, all of these things would stress me out if I didn't know that. So if you're dealing with that, I feel for you, okay? I'm sending you so much love. And I would highly recommend visiting a specialist to get to the bottom of it. Once you start understanding what is happening with your body throughout these different phases, you'll start to realize why you feel the way you do, or why you have certain cravings during this time, and why certain workouts don't work for you during certain times of your cycles. Understand the different phases of your cycle. There's 4. You have your menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and luteal. When you have a better understanding of your body, you can honestly give yourself a little bit more grace from week to week, depending on what phase you're in. It could really benefit you to just know what is going on and why you feel the way you do, because as women, we have so many spikes in hormones and drops in hormones throughout the month, and it gets crazy. It gets crazy in here. Cycle syncing has changed my life so much. I don't know what I was doing before. Honestly, I just don't understand how I didn't understand this before. I'm gonna leave some resources down below that will help you understand your body more as a woman, but you also need to understand why your body does what it does when it comes to food, water intake, being deficient in certain vitamins, minerals. Lately, I've been paying attention so much to what I put into my body. I've limited dairy heavily. I've limited sugar. I've limited so many things. And I have never felt better ever since I just started to take the time to understand why I feel like this when I consume too much dairy. Ever since I took the time to understand why I feel so sluggish and bloated after I consume a lot of dairy, why I crash so much after drinking caffeine, why I have a headache after eating so much sugar. Once I started to like break down how I'm feeling, the energy that I've gotten ever since I reduced my sugar, dairy, caffeine, all of that stuff, guys, ever since I started reducing all of that, I have never been more energized and just felt better in my life. Yes, sometimes I consume it. Every once in a while, obviously, I'm gonna get some wings and have some ranch and stuff. Every once in a while, I'm gonna eat a burger, but it's not every day, because I understand what those things are doing for me. They're making me sluggish. They're making me not be able to sleep well. They're making me not be able to wake up early. These things are all affecting my daily life in the worst way possible. And I promise you, on the other side of it, okay, once you get onto the other side and you start to feel better, your energy levels go up, you're able to do more throughout your day, oh my gosh, you will not want to go back, okay? Keep all of that stuff. It's all good in moderation, but we need to learn what true balance is and what moderation truly is as well. I'm sorry about the lighting in this video, guys. The point of this whole spiel is we need to start understanding our bodies more and taking the time to understand why we're feeling bloated, why we're feeling sluggish, why we don't have energy to do the things we do. Once we get down to the bottom of it, life will start feeling a lot better. But like I said at the beginning of this video, everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Trust me, it is not easy to take a step back from the foods that you love so much. But don't look at it as that. You're not saying goodbye to pizza forever. You're not saying goodbye to burgers forever. But I need you to look at it as you nourishing your body more times than not, okay? You prioritizing more nutrient-rich foods in your diet more times than not to be able to just feel your best, show up as your best, okay? Move in the best way possible, all of those good things. Ooh, I've been meaning to talk about this for a hot minute. Stop doing workouts that you don't enjoy. Stop it. Stop doing workouts that you don't enjoy just because they are trendy. Gosh, this is what led me to hating working out, was just following the trends. And yes, I am a Pilates girl, and Pilates was super trendy back a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was. But when Pilates first came out, I wasn't a fan of it. But recently I've become a fan of it because I've been really prioritizing low intensity workouts because the high intensity stuff is just not working for me anymore. But I used to be a high intensity workout girly, meaning I was at True Fusion doing boot camp classes. I was at Barry's boot camp, girl, running on those treadmills like a crazy person. Honestly, every time I think about it, it gives me so much anxiety, like falling off of the treadmill because you're like sprinting so fast. So scary. That is no longer for me right now. I'm in my soft era, girlies, okay? I am prioritizing walks, okay? I am prioritizing Pilates, and I do weightlift twice a week with my personal trainer through COPILOT. 2 times a week, I'm in the gym doing a workout that is sent to me by my personal trainer, and I'm loving it. I'm about to be in phase 2 next week, which I'm super excited about. But yeah, this is what is keeping me super excited and happy to go to the gym. If you are not excited and happy to be in the gym, you need to change things up, okay? You need to find workouts that resonate with who you are currently, not what is trending, okay? So if you like yoga, then do yoga. I was a strength training only girly for so long until I burnt myself out. I still love strength training now. I found a love for it, but I realized recently that I like to switch it up. I like to go to different workouts. I can't do the same thing every single day, which is why ClassPass is so great for me. You need a workout routine that resonates with you, that makes you feel great, okay? A lot of gyms have free trials, like your first workout is free, or you can do 2 weeks for like $30. I love those trials because you're able to just try different things and see if this is a good fit for you. I've been loving going to the gyms that have multiple group fitness classes under one because you're able to just like try different things, and it's so hard for you to become bored of your routine when you're able to like try Pilates, yoga, strength training, all under one roof. I think that's so cool. I love that concept. ClassPass is amazing because you're just able to jump into a different gym every day, okay? You can go multiple times a day depending on how many credits you have, which I always have like my ClassPass referral link down below, which I don't always have it down below. I need to put it down below though, but I will have my ClassPass link down below and my COPILOT link because those things have been amazing for me. That is what keeps me excited about working out. I'm doing a lot, but it's just like super exciting. It's different every single day. And I'm not following the trends so much. I mean, I guess I kind of am with the Pilates thing, but I'm late on it, so. But yeah, I want you to challenge yourself and try different things and do what makes you happy. If you like walking, do that every day. Walking is so underrated. I say this all the time. If you like strength training, then do that. If you like Pilates, then do that. Don't limit yourself because of things that are trending on social media. Don't limit yourself, girly. Okay, this is a big one. Okay, this year, you need to start taking your lunch and snacks to work with you. Stop eating out during your lunch breaks at work. I understand every once in a while. Every once in a while, it's necessary, right? Because you didn't bring your food, etc., etc. I need you to start meal prepping, bestie. It's gonna save you so much money. Food is so expensive these days. Eating out is so expensive. And I found myself sometimes eating out for lunch every single day. It wasn't super expensive every day, but like sometimes it would range between $10 to $20. And that's crazy, right? Because when you do the math, after 5 days, that's $100. In a month, that's $400. That is crazy. Save that $400. You could be using that $400 for something else. Prep your snacks for work. I've been loving the little like snack boxes lately, okay? That's been my snack of choice. If I snack, it's like a few crackers, some grapes, some carrots, a little bit of hummus, just a little bit of everything. some cherry tomatoes. It's just so good. You get the best of all worlds in a snack. Get some crunchy, salty, sweet, all of it. So prep yourself some snacks for work. Make extras whenever you're cooking dinner. That's like the best way to do it, is just like making more than you should for dinner, so you can just take it with you to work throughout the week. That's what I've always done. I've never been the biggest meal prep person, but I will make enough for me to take lunch for me for the next couple of days, and I will eat that for the next couple of days. Or even just buy the little prepared stuff at the grocery store. H-E-B has it. It's not super expensive. It comes out to around like maybe $5 a meal, or even $6, but that's cheaper than like spending $15 to $20 on some food during your lunch break. Prep your lunch, bestie. You need to start growing in your faith or your spirituality. Whatever you believe in, having faith pushes you further in life. It helps you build confidence within yourself. For me personally, I'm a Christian, and whenever I am connecting with God, whenever I'm speaking to Him every single day, I notice a change in my moods. I notice a change in my anxiety, in the way I feel surrounding my deadlines and everything I have going on in life. Whatever you practice, whoever you believe in, you need to start leaning on your God, okay? Your God for support. And I've just come to realize that I'm only going to find what I'm looking for through God. He is who I lean on 100% throughout my journey, and it shows in the way that I move, in the way that I feel, in the way that I show up in my everyday life. It's through Him. Okay guys, another important thing, you need to set your doctor's appointments. I know it can be expensive and not everyone has insurance, I get it. Going to the doctor has helped me so much in my journey. I've been finally able to lose weight after like consulting with my doctor about everything I've been going through this past year. I mean, they didn't do much for me. I mean, I didn't go on Ozempic or anything like that. I wish I did, because this has been a journey, but they really gave me the encouragement and the wake-up call that I needed through my labs, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this change because I do not want to be on the other side, okay? You know what I mean? You know, I think a lot of us are afraid to go to the doctor, but it's important for you to be well aware of what's going on within your body, okay? If you haven't gotten your pap smear in a while, you need to do that. If you haven't gotten blood work done in a while, you need to do that. Set up your appointments, okay? And go to them and follow up. If they ask you to follow up in 6 months for, you know, your lab work and stuff, please go. Please go, please follow up. I just set the follow-up appointment there basically, so I don't have to worry about it. Even if it's 6 months later, whatever, I'm gonna set my follow-up appointment so I can stay consistent, because if I don't set the follow-up appointment, it's not gonna happen, okay? So set the follow-up appointment, go to your doctor's appointments, talk about the things that you're dealing with, and try out different doctors too, because not everybody's great, and it's really hard to find someone who will actually listen to you. So I've been really working towards that. But I actually like my doctor right now. Well, she's a PA. She's great. I like her a lot. So I'm gonna continue going to her. But yeah, set your appointments. This is your sign to set your appointments. In one of my recent videos, I talked about our finances, side hustles, budgeting, all of that good stuff. I don't want to go into too much detail about that in this video, but I will say money is the root of all evil sometimes, but money does bring us a lot of peace and contentment, okay? Whenever we are short on money, it can cause a lot of anxiety, it can cause a lot of stress, okay? If you have the time and energy to get a side hustle or a second job, but it needs to make sense, right? When I was a new grad, I went straight into education, and I knew I needed more money to survive because teachers just do not make enough money to survive sometimes. I decided to become a cheer coach my second year teaching, and I just thought that was just the best thing for me, and I would be able to make a little extra money while doing something I loved. But I was not even doing the math. It didn't make sense for me to be a cheer coach. Now that I've done the math, years later, I realized that I was only making an extra $250 a month being a cheer coach. And with all the time and energy that I put into that, to only get an extra $3,000 a year, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Don't do girl math, okay? If you're gonna get another job, a second job, you need to get something that's going to help you. You need to get something that's going to help you, okay? Make changes in your life, buy a house, etc. Do the things that you want to do, okay? One thing that I loved about coaching though, because it took so much time out of my life, I wasn't spending a lot of money. If you don't want to get a second job, some side hustles that you can do is you can do Rover. If you like pets, you can babysit. If you like babies, nannies. People are always looking for nannies. Of course, if you really like kids, you can tutor, you can become a server. Servers make really great money. That is what I should have done, okay? That is what I would recommend. You can make what I made in a whole month as a cheer coach in a weekend, right? As a server, a couple of weekends will set you so far ahead, right? If you have the time, if you have the energy, I highly recommend jumping into a side hustle. And let me tell you, I know, I get it. Not everybody has the time and energy to jump into a side hustle, jump into a second job. It can be exhausting living life like that, but it can change your life at the same time. So if you have the time and energy, I highly suggest it. If you don't, like I always say, you need to start budgeting better, okay? Budget your money. Your money will go a longer way the more you budget and the more you are more intentional with how you spend your money throughout the month, okay? You'll start to see money that you never thought you had before you budgeted. So getting yourself a nice, squeaky, tight budget is going to be so important for your growth. So I'll leave some resources down below on budgets. I have a couple of friends who have budget spreadsheets, so I'll leave those down below. This year, when you need it, I need you to take the nap, take the break, take the time to regroup, okay? If you're starting to feel run down, that is a sign that you need to rest, okay? All the times this year where I took the time to just breathe, rest, recoup, and realign myself with my goals, I was able to get 10 times further, okay? Just know that the more grace you give yourself, the harder it's going to be to get back on track. Yes, you need to give yourself grace every once in a while, okay? But you also need to get yourself back up and keep it pushing and start taking care of yourself, okay? These are things that we need to hear. It might not always be nice to hear it, but once you get back into your routine, your flow, it'll feel so good, okay? So take the breaks, give yourself the grace, take the time to regroup. But you also need to have a game plan to get yourself back on track and back into your routine. And last but not least, I need you to take the risk, okay? Take the risk, go on the date, make new friends, join that student organization, take the risk, okay? Because like I said at the beginning of this video, there is so much waiting for you on the other side of fear. You just have to get there. You just have to believe in yourself and your abilities to be stronger than those fears and to push through those fears. I am rooting for you. I know that you have so much coming for you this year. I know so much good is going to happen for you this year. Your life can change so much within 3 to 6 months. And I just want to say that you guys have changed my life so much this year. I am so grateful for your love and your support of this channel. You guys have been here on my lowest days, on my high days. I so very much appreciate your support of me because, I don't know, the support is what keeps me going, okay? The support is what keeps me going, and just knowing that I'm making a change in someone's life, knowing that a video from 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago is resonating with someone, just a few words that just popped up on my mind, that I wrote down on my note sheet, that I regurgitated on the internet, is just making someone feel something. It's just life-changing for me. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my life with you, to share my mistakes with you, to share my highs with you. I am forever grateful for your support. And I know I don't say this enough. I might, but I'm so grateful for the community that we've built here on YouTube. Let me know what you're doing this year to glow up. I hope these tips were unique and different. I hope these tips helped you really gain some motivation, some grit to start the year off strong. And as always, these tips are relevant all year long. It is never too late to start. It is never too late to follow your dreams and become the person that you've always wanted to be, okay? All right, guys, well, that's gonna be it for this video. I know this video is probably really long. So thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys so much. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye.